Hey, what's going on? Chris Cervantez, eHomes, coming at you with the market update for the city of Covina for the month of March. A lot of M's. Let's jump into it. Covina it just feels like it's more of the same in that it's super hot, there's not enough homes for sale, and things are kind of just moving along. Prices are up. Right now in Covina, there's 30 homes for sale. Covina is a very large area. I should know the exact population number, but it's like in the 50,000 range. There's only 30 homes for sale. That's the $1 million homes down to the condos for a super large community or a super large city. So there's not a lot of homes for sale. We have 58 homes actively in escrow, in contract. And we have 50 homes that have closed in the last month. So how that relates to this time last year, just to give you some context, is that last year we had 35 homes sell during the same period of time. So home sales are in fact up, even though the inventory is super, super tight. More homes have sold in the last month compared to last year. Now, the staggering number is that prices are up 15%. So 15%, I've said this in other videos, I don't think that's going to continue here from this time going forward to the next year. But again, if you run the numbers, even if pricing goes down by a third, meaning from 15% by 2/3, from 15% down to 5%, 5% is still a very healthy jump. So if it's a $700,000 house, the same exact house this time next year will be $735,000 for literally the same exact house. So is that a good enough reason to buy a house just because the market is appreciating? Absolutely not. I've actually shot videos in the past where I don't like speculation. I don't want you to just buy because the prices are going up. There's a bunch of other variables that need to make sense for you to buy. But gosh, if you're ready to buy today, get into the market. Pull the trigger, buy the house, because you can possibly save $35,000 or more between now and next year. Interesting number, which this isn't the same as a lot of the other cities around. It took a little bit longer to sell a home in Covina compared to last year. It was only by a couple of days. It was 5 days longer than last year. It took about 20 days on average to get a home sold in this area. So it's not a long time, but it's still it's significant. It's something to note. Overall, in the entire city, and this kind of correlates with the active homes on market, there's only about 7.73 months of inventory available, meaning that if not one home comes up for sale as of today, we're going to be out of homes to sell in about 3 weeks. So that's pretty low, which, that's why I was talking about the whole 30 homes for sale thing. So let's talk about the top sales and the lowest sales. Top sale meaning by price point. So down there off of Covina Hills Road, just off of Grand, we had 20451 Rancho La Floresta Road. It was actually pretty dated. It was a little bit over 5,000 square feet. It had nice views. If you know the area, it's a funny area that's kind of like tucked down in off of Grand, but this one actually did have nice views facing the north. It sold for $1,680,000, just off of what they were listed at. They were listed at $1,800,000. So they still sold it for a great price considering the home was very dated. And it was 14 days on the market, so it sold pretty fast for a decently priced home for the city of Covina. The lowest price here, it's a little funny situation. And doing the research for this video, it was in real estate school, you learn a bunch of stuff that never applies. This was one of these random things. The address over at 545 South Forestdale Avenue. This was off of Grand and Puente. This house was listed for $650. It sold for $450. But a unique circumstance where the previous owner had passed away. The owner required that it was either his significant other or something would be allowed to stay in the property until she passes away. So it was a unique deed circumstance. This is why the home sold for $450,000, which is really low for that area of Covina. It was a 2,100 square foot house. Just to give you context, condos across the area are selling for 450, 460, 480. And so here's a beautiful home or a beautiful area, and the house is selling for 450. So just because of that deed restriction, a buyer saw value in buying it for a super low price, but now you can't really use the house. So a little bit of a funny situation. If you have any questions about your Covina home, or maybe you don't live in Covina, maybe you live elsewhere, I'd love to answer any questions that you have. A lot of interesting things happening in today's market. All my contact information is below. We can jump on a call, jump on a Zoom, meet you in person like the good old days. Just let me know. I'd love to communicate and figure out how I might be able to be of service. So thanks so much for watching. Talk soon.